your psychic gifts are going to be revoked, and you might be locked out of a 3D experience while your body is still moving. Like your spiritual self is imprisoned. And we're back, the TAKful Creator here. Okay, let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, love, abundance, guidance, and grace watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe. Okay. So what is this we have here? What is this? What is this? Okay, our description cards definitely want to come out, so we are going to get into those next. Okay, so we have some kind of psychology student here, right, who is not moving in a very turquoise light. But what do we mean by turquoise, right? So in previous readings, when we talk about turquoise, it's that transitional color, right, from blue to green, green to blue. It's the culmination of both of them. All right, so blue is a symbol of healing, whilst green is a symbol of health. So it's either the transition from healing to health or health to healing. Okay, but we're going to kind of move a little bit more into the reading. Turquoise symbolizes compassion, calmness, clarity, generally communication, which is a good thing, especially if you have the stone. It's a great stone for vocalizations and just understanding how to inflect your voice. Okay, so that's what I mean by vocalizations. Communication is great, what words you use and how you use them, but vocalizations, the pitch of your voice, okay, goes into how you use those words. It's a little bit more for the conversation, but just know that it is a symbol of clarity, transparency. Okay, positive attributes are growth, peace, and empathy. Negative attributes, stress, secrecy, and we're getting a bit of narcissism. So when this turquoise in the reverse and the psychology student, we could be pushing a narcissist empath paradigm, and that's the reason why this turquoise is over here in the reverse. Okay, so with the psychology student that is self-taught, they're not, I have a psychology student card where they are investing in their future to be a therapist or a psychiatrist. But this psychology student, I'm gauging more an energy that wanted to know themselves enough to help others learn themselves. Okay, they're needing to focus on self-care, and not only the mental and emotional aspects of care, but the physical aspects. So the bathing, washing their hair, maybe doing their nails, foot care. Because even if you're a male and you don't get your hands and feet done, it's just having letting go of the dead skin and making sure that you purge the toxins that can collect there, because your feet are connected to every part of your body. It's just good health form to make sure that you clear out any toxins, right? So you're being called to do that. That could be also what's connected to this transitional period from health to wealth, which would be health healing to being healed type of thing. But here we have this Pisces in reverse energy. And we have this Libra. So whereas this Pisces in reverse, we can say that maybe we have two energies here, a Libra and a Pisces, and them being in reverse, we can say maybe this is the more karmic of the energies. But this Libra is not really far behind, because they are like the turquoise in a transitional period. They're not really in the upright, but they're not really in the reverse type of thing. So what does that mean? Being a Libra and being in that very just type of air, you feel like you're the judicial system here. We're getting more like you can't be the judge, because the judge is required to make a decision, right? So with the Libra and the upright, you are the judge and jury. There's a unanimous decision being made with anything, okay? And that means that you're looking at it logically while also taking into account intention and emotions and all this other additional stuff that is beautiful. But here we're getting more of, you're not really knowing what side to fall on. You're not really knowing what side seems more logical, what side seems more discerning, and why. It's because there's some kind of mental magic that's happening here. What is mental magic? Confusion. I know these terms just make you feel like everything is so magical, like storybook. No, we're just talking about confusion can just be, you need rest. Your brain is not able to process, or people are saying, you know, one thing but then telling you another, and so you're moving based on only the information you know, even though the ethereal realm is pushing your intuition to know something else. Okay, so that could be the confusion too. That could seem like a spiritual attack. Okay, so this Libra I'm gauging is more like in a spiritual attack, and so they're being called to kind of cancel this student vibe and nap. Is this actually a student though? Oh, pendulum. Hi divine, can you show me no? Can you show me yes? That we're on the right track, and we may need to double back. Alright, so here with this Libra, are we talking about two different energies? Yes, we're talking about a Pisces and we're talking about a Libra. Okay, now just because you're not a Pisces or a Libra, you may know one or two of these individuals, and these may not be their sun sign. It could be their hyperactive sign. Now, what does that mean? Well, for Taurus, for example, their hyperactive sign would be the Venus, like Libra. Okay, so you may not know a Taurus walking by you because their Venus may be, what's like something that's the opposite of a Taurus? Oh, like their Venus may be Leo. And so Leos are in the forefront. They like to be seen. They like to be kind of showy and, you know, I don't know, like that lovable person. Whereas Taurus, they naturally want to be reclusive. They're more of the Hierophant energy, and they are like in hermit mode a lot of the time. Okay, so it's like if they were moving in their North Node, they were moving in their hyperactive sign in their Venus, you would think they were a Leo. You wouldn't think that they were a Taurus. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here by the Pisces and the Libra. Like the Venus could be in Libra, right? Or I think for Pisces it's their moon. The moon could be in Pisces. Okay. And what we know so far is that this Libra needs to take a nap. Okay, do we know anything about the Pisces yet? No, we need to figure it out. Okay, so let's do that. Let's figure it out. What is that noise? Gauging, it's confirmation. So, okay, so this Pisces that's in reverse is seeking some kind of 3D praise. Bad influences, something about a water birth or something about a natural birth, right? Naturally birthing something. This Pisces in reverse. They're a bad influence, or they are being manipulated by bad influences. But because their manipulation is not offering a learned lesson here, is offering them manipulating others, you know, moving in more like a vengeful Scorpio light, they're just as much to blame for the bad influences as those that they're around, because you are who you're around type of thing. And the Scorpio is coming back out. So are we introducing another person? Yes. So now we have 3 individuals. So we have a Pisces in reverse, a Libra who's on the fence, and a Scorpio in the upright. Okay. So we're going to put this Scorpio right over here where it was seen best, with self-care. So is the Scorpio an op? No, but the Scorpio knows that the Pisces is an op. Okay, and the Scorpio is engaging in some kind of self-care. And they know that between the Libra and the Scorpio, that they're both, in a sense, psychology students. They've been here before. They've seen the patterns. This is not new. And because it's not new, they're moving based on their previous experiences and noting that this Pisces, who's a bad influence, isn't up. Okay, so someone's a part of the LGBT. Let's see, it says the Libra, the Pisces, the Scorpio is a part of the LGBT. Okay, and they had something to do with an SUV or a truck. And again, just like we talked about the Libra and the Pisces. Oh, and I'm guessing an Aries now. This is so much fun. Don't you love? Okay, so the Aries is attached to this Pisces in reverse. Something about a windshield. Did the Aries do something? No. But the Aries knows about some kind of windshield issue that came from the Pisces. Now the Aries is in the upright, so we're being shown who is a karmic and who's moving in more of a pure light, okay, or an innocent light, because we see that this Aries is very near the stress reliever candle, right? This light that is kind of like a purification symbol. And so as like a windshield, you're kind of like offering sight to the road ahead. So this Aries is offering maybe this Pisces sight to the road ahead. It's very different. It's very different. But we just know this Pisces is a bad influence, and honestly no one should be around them. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's see. Is there any other messages we need to go here? Music messages. So there's some kind of worry and despair, and this is because this is a new experience that people haven't kind of involved themselves in before, and this is going to transpire on an early Thursday. It's currently Wednesday evening, so could definitely be tomorrow, could definitely be last week, next week, next year. Just know that it's going to take a very bold energy to resolve. I know y'all heard all those cards. Well, resolve, but evidence is needed. Something about play cousins. And there's going to be some kind of conservation station on Thursday evening. So we said something's happening on a Thursday. Something's happening, which could be the ascension symptoms. On a Thursday morning, someone's going to ascend. That could be this Libra, but evidence is necessary, right? There's going to be some kind of saving grace, because I'm guessing this Pisces is pushing this bad influence on this Libra to kind of pull them back into a regressive light. But here we have this purity, right? This purity of the beginning stages to knowing your worth, the beginning stages to knowing your value, right? To gaining the internal peace of security. We had a few more cards fall. So there's a solo mission here that's going to take this boldness that we just told had to be, revved up, on hold. Don't know why. The music messages will let you know. Now, I'm not being called to play any music currently, but just know the music messages are going to let you know about this death and rebirth process that's happening for this Libra. Okay, these ascension symptoms that are either happening, tonight into tomorrow, next Thursday, whatever the case is. Okay, but it's a marathon. It's going to take endurance. This is going to be a new experience, and I'm guessing this ascension is one of the toughest ascensions you're going to have to go through, right? Because it's going to be separating yourself from these bad influences. It's going to be separating yourself from this play cousin, or what you've known or interacted with as like a play cousin, because they're in a sense trash, they're garbage, and you have to kind of let go of that. Okay, so I'm not really getting like someone's a firefighter, or there's going to be some kind of fire or fighter. I'm getting more like alarm, a fire. What happens when there's a fire, right? people are scared. People, you know, there's a loss of some sort. But then also, what happens if someone screams fire? Even if there's no fire, what happens? There's still panic. There's still worry, even if there is, right? So I'm gauging that in this bubble, there's some kind of panic. There's some kind of creeping over your shoulder that there's a fight, or there's going to be energy that wants to fight. There's going to be some kind of energy that is kind of worse than a bad influence, right? Kind of offers this radio edit. And what I mean by that is like, says the same terrible things just without expletives, right? So even in their idea of being a good influence, it's a more polished bad influence, okay? They're not confident about themselves being at all like the person other people will look up to or should look up to. But there's a new experience where a baby's going to be born soon, and so they're going to be kind of thrusted into this new life. This energy that I'm tapping into is just so weird. But the intention is pure. Hearing something about an earthquake, or that it's going to feel like an earthquake, is literally going to mess things up, or rev things up. There's something about a fake flame where you're going to receive some kind of pure raw honesty, but you're not going to be able to receive it because of all these compulsive liars that have offered you information. So at this point, you're being called to not really think about it, and kind of like not kill your brother, but like those that you would feel like is your brother, that would feel like is your play cousin, like these energies over here that are bad influences. You have to fully sever yourself from them and kind of move over here with this like Scorpio light of knowing who the ops are. Like, and by knowing who the ops are, you got to act like it. You can't still act like the ops, just in a different situation. So where you're having this ascension on a Thursday morning, you're going to have a Monday morning where you're going to be tested to see if your ascension kind of like stuck with you, right? Are you still that same person? And you're gonna, something about a rebound, removing again you from this regal light, and you having to refocus your 3D power. Okay, so your teeth are a symbol, like your hair, of power, but not your power to the spiritual realm, the ethereal realm. It's your power with your ancestry, right? So your genetic power. So you can call on that a little bit more easily than you would spiritual power, because the blood runs through your veins, type of thing, right? So with a dentist office visit, it's either you really have to go to a dentist because someone's fighting in the street and, you know, offering full protection there and awareness. But I'm also gauging like this is kind of symbolic, like you need to refine where you're putting your power. Like in the 3D, are you going to constantly waste energy on worrying if somebody's, you know, being a bad influence around you, wanting to fight or wanting you to engage in a fight? Or are you just going to push that energy off and completely sever the relationship? That's what I'm getting by this homicide, is it's severing the tie to these energies. Okay, so what? So that you can have more of a connection with the 5D, and all that worrying you're doing, instead of worrying and focusing on these energies, you can be praising your ancestors and guides and the divine and all of these. Your psychic gifts are revoked because you're not giving them praise. Oh my gosh, no one's gonna want to save the night, acting like a rebound energy. But it's really because they're trying to find refuge for their kids. It's gonna be a new experience, but you're gonna want to kill this baby. Resurrection. What is? Okay, so that was just a blurb, right? Hi Divine. That was just a blurb on like some of the bad influences. Yeah, because I wanted this reading to be light and it's kind of like, just move in this direction. But the reading's like, no, don't think about it too much, but no, it's actually some really crazy stuff happening. You need to quickly refocus yourself and move away from these energies because you could be locked up. We don't have the police card here because I don't think you're going to be locked up in the 3D. I think you're going to be locked up in the 5D confirmation, because that's where we're getting this praise giving 5D from. Like, your psychic gifts are going to be revoked and you might be locked out of a 3D experience while your body is still moving. Like, your spiritual self is imprisoned. And I know a few people, January month, like a guy and a girl. I know actually 2 people that their psyche is literally trapped. Like, in my dreams, I can go visit them in their trapped asylum. Like, anyway, so there's going to be someone. Oh, okay. So with these ascension symptoms, after this Monday morning, probably a week after, probably it's like a Thursday to Thursday thing, there's going to be a date night where you're going to be able to see firsthand that the ascension symptoms have prevailed. Like, this person is now a walking, talking, chosen person. They're moving in the upright. They're a character of the law, kind of like, they have a moral compass now. That's what I'm getting here. They may not believe in the 10 Commandments, but there's ethics and fundamentals, principles that they live by, where the evidence that is necessary can be shown and expressed in a way that you see that they have experience in it. Okay? And this could end in a date night. Yay. So is there anything more that we need to know here? No, because this energy is so chaotic and sporadic, right? It's like, welcome back to the folly. Okay. So I wish us the best. I'll see you soon. Until the next.